Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another food bank haul for you. Now this is our local food bank. You're allowed to go once a day if you need to. I like to go once a week. However, this is a bonus haul and my second haul this week. I was dropping my kids off to do some Goodwill shopping and they close on 1 o'clock on Fridays. So when I went to go pick them up, they asked me if I wanted to do some extra shopping because they had a lot of leftover food before the weekend. And of course I said yes. So this is a little bonus haul for me, which I am very thankful for. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, and canning and preserving on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you would consider subscribing. I would love to have you join my family. All right, let's get into this haul and I'll show you what I got. First thing, they had a 10-pound rice, literally with my name on it. I mean, if that's not a sign to pick this up, I don't know what is. Rice is a great staple to have in your pantry and an item that lasts for a long time. So anytime you can stock up on rice, do it. Especially if there's a sign literally in your face with your name on it, you take it. They had a little box of thin spaghetti, always good to have. They had some vanilla extract and some lemon extract. They also had almond, which is a good one too. But I do not have any lemon and I never turn down vanilla extract. So I grabbed those. I have a little jar of maraschino cherries here. These are super sweet, have all the high fructose corn syrup and red 40 in them, delicious. And then I just grabbed 1 can of tomato sauce and then 1 can of tomato soup. And then for the sweet treats, they had extra cake you could get. This kind of got crushed on the way, but this is for Mama. Actually, me and my husband are probably gonna spoon feed each other this while we watch Wednesday. Hey, that's how you keep your marriage alive, all right? We had some butterfly cookies. As you can see, the kids already got into it. I actually got this haul yesterday, so I'm filming a little late. So some of this has already been tackled. They also had lots of sweets. So they had a thing of chocolate chip cookies. My kids are here, so I don't want them to hear them. They haven't seen this. This is going in the freezer. I got one of these. Don't mind my coffee pot brewing. I got a new one at Goodwill for $6. I had to clean her up, but she works fantastic. Yeah, now I can have all the coffee. Ah! All right, lots of breads this week. They're like, please take lots of breads and please take lots of fruits and veggies because it is Friday, so they will be closed over the weekend. So I got 2 loaves of this Kirkland Country French pack. Just like big old loaves. They're still soft on the bottom. They're still pretty soft actually. Like, I can push into it. So it's pretty soft. Got me some more. I think my family likes English muffins. These ones are cinnamon raisin though, and I pulled out some pork sausage patties when I was going through my freezer and trying to figure out what I'm gonna use up. I have 1 packet of sausage patties, that's like 8 of them, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? But I bet I can make some breakfast sandwiches, put them in the freezer. And then for Breeze breads, we got the smooth multi-grain, and then maple brown sugar. Smell it through the bag. Oh, it smells so good. Now I know what you're thinking. French toast. I hear you. Great minds, right? Great minds. All right. And then I got a thing of white bread because I'm thinking about doing a video of like all the different ways that you can utilize white bread that's not just sandwiches. So if you guys have a recipe for white bread that's different than a sandwich, something a little unique, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me, especially if you're another YouTube channel. I can do... Coffee's ready. So especially if you're another YouTube channel and you know a lot of good recipes, email me, let me know them, and I'll make sure I give you a shout out. So for the lots of produce, got a head of lettuce. I got several different onions here and some limes. I still had a jalapenos too, so I grabbed a couple. A little wrinkly. They're a little wrinkly, but I grabbed a couple more because I did make pepper jelly. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to know how to make pepper jelly, now's the time because I got that video coming up. But I do also want to make some cowboy candy, so that'll be in there as well. Then I got a pack of carrots. Now this we already ate. It's actually the enchilada bake from Costco. we didn't eat all of it. We ate half of it. I threw this in for dinner last night. Thank goodness the food bank let me have an extra run and get some pre-made dinner. Now this was spicy, so the kids did not have it. They just had peanut butter and jelly. But husband and I did quite a number on this. Oh, it's so good. I forget how much I love spicy food because I just haven't been able to have it in so long. You know, kids are wimps. I gotta blend everything down, you know. So It's nice to get something spicy every once in a while and be like, oh yeah, I love it. Okay. And then for the dairy, I did get 2 half gallons of milk. They had a block of this garlic and herb cheese. Looks like pretty good. Best by 26. You see it says Best By, not you're gonna die by. So don't be afraid to have expired food, guys, if you're a little apprehensive about it. Like, that's just an expiration date they have to put on. There's expiration date on bottles of water. So just keep that in mind when you're like, oh, it's expired. You know, use your common sense, smell it, you know, feel it. If it's slimy, probably no good. So all I'm saying is don't be afraid of those expiration dates. And then a major score, they had big giant tubs of ricotta cheese. I guess this is from Costco. It's by January 7th, so not too bad. And this will probably still be good for a while because it also has a seal on it, I assume. Yeah, look at that. So, I still have my eggplant. Does this go good with eggplant for something? I don't know. But that was, I was like, oh my gosh, something that big, I cannot turn that down. We'll be able to do something with this. Might be time for some freezer meals, perhaps. This was Monday when I went, and they had the choice between the meatballs and the bacon, and I chose the bacon. And because to me, the bacon is way better of a choice than a couple of meatballs for my family. My family can really utilize 40 pounds of bacon way more than a couple of packs of meatballs, you know what I'm saying? So I chose the bacon on Monday, and today they're letting me do an extra shopping trip, right? So I get back to that meat cooler, and they had the same meatballs and 3 more cases of bacon. I was like, holy moly. So I chose the meatballs this time, and this is the ones. They're chicken meatballs, teriyaki, and pineapple. And they got a little freezer born. These should probably go good in the Instant Pot, I'm sure. I don't know if oh no, I took them out of the container. Oh boy, I can't get the balls back in. And that's the haul that I got this week. Oh, I also got a cantaloupe, but the kids demolished that last night with their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. 3 kids, 1 cantaloupe, doesn't stand a chance. That's what I got for the haul, but stick around because I'm going to be making some rice for dinner because with a sign like this, I have to cook with rice, right? So don't you click that mouse. I'll be right back. I'm going to be using a recipe from my new cookbook I got when I went Goodwill shopping. If you missed that video, I can link that below. This is a 2006 cookbook, which is actually the year I graduated high school, showing my age here. And they have this section called Feed Your Family, and it has, you make all 3 of these, and it's $1.53 a plate. Now this was back in 2006. So we're gonna make a recipe from that. I'm not gonna make, it has Spanish rice dinner, onion croissant rolls, and then lime ice cream. I'm not going to make the rolls or the ice cream because, you know, I'm a one-pot meal kind of girl. So I'm going to make the Spanish rice dinner and utilize my rice that I just got. So that's what I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna do something fun while those are cooking, and I'm gonna get on the Walmart app and price compare now compared to 06, and we'll see really how much this is gonna cost nowadays to make this meal for your family. But we'll do that in a minute. For now, let's go ahead and get to the stove and I'll show you what we're gonna do. It does call for a ground of hamburger. I'm going to be using some of my home canned ground hamburger. I did pre-cook and rinse this, but it's still going to have some grease. It also has some peppers and onions under there just to give it some flavor. So I'm going to use this. I really like home canned meats, I think. I mean, it's not quite as chewy, I guess. It's kind of more of a softer texture because they've been canned, but I like that and I think it's good. And honestly, I can't tell the difference between canned meat and fresh meat. So we're gonna put that in there, and then we'll put in all of our goodies. Let me ditch the spoon. All right, and then we're going to add 1 can of stewed tomatoes, 1 can of green beans, half a cup of our white rice, not rinsed. It said not rinsed. We ain't gonna rinse it. And then all of our seasonings. Tablespoons of onions. Now this is one of the first time I'm actually following a recipe and doing it word by word, because I'm gonna make sure that, you know, sometimes it's nice to follow recipes. A tablespoon of sugar is in this one. It's nice to follow recipes, and then once you know what it tastes like, then you can adapt it from there. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoon of Worcestershire. I'm just gonna put that in there like that. Half a teaspoon of ground mustard. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Quarter of a teaspoon of pepper. And then it asks for hot sauce. And this is an eighth of a teaspoon of hot sauce. So hot sauce. So I'm going to use a little bit of just regular Tabasco here. There we go, just a couple shots. And that's all she wrote, so let's get this on. Obviously, if you're using raw hamburger, you're going to cook that first. Is it no extra water or anything because you're using the juice from the stewed tomatoes. All right, so we're just gonna bring this to a boil and then we let it cook. Let me try and crush up some of these stewed tomatoes a bit. Alright, so it's boiling right here, but it's not, doesn't have any action over here. So I'm not going to count this as a boil yet. I guess I have a hot spot. Better than a hot flash, right? Oof. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put the lid on it. Take our heat down to a 4. And then it says to cook for 40 minutes, but I'm going to set a 30-minute timer just to check it. And now we wait. While I'm waiting for dinner to cook, I'm going to make myself a cherry limeade out of the ingredients I got from the food bank. Except for my soda. I had that left over from a friend's giving. We never used it, so I just stuck it back in my storage because I didn't want the kids to see it. Or the husband. It made it through kids and husband without them finding it. Skills. But we're going to use this. I don't know if you guys know you can make your own cherry limeade. And they're super quick and easy and just as good as if you get it out and about. When I lived in Missouri, we had a Sonic. Oh, I miss Sonic so much. They had such good drinks. And that ice, But there is no Sonic here in Montana. And I used to get the cherry limeades all the time. I actually liked their cranberry limeades because I like cranberry. So I might try that too. I do have some cranberry juice I have. But for now, let's just do the cherry limeade. So I'll bring in, I'll show you how to do it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is cut up lime. Now I did roll this around. You can also zap this in a microwave and that'll help get, well, not that piece. That'll help get the juices flowing. So we're just going to squeeze into it. Leave that in there. Our maraschino cherries. Oh, now my hands are all lime juicy. Oh boy. Ah! Make a mess, Mama, make a mess. Okay. So we're gonna put in some of the cherry juice, as well as a cherry. Wipe this up. What about these counters? Red anything will stain these in a heartbeat. Okay. So lime juice, cherry, lemon lime soda. Get out of here, lid. Stir that around a little bit. And just like that, we got our own cherry limeade. Let's see if it's as good as Sonic's. Oh my gosh. Fresh lime, guys, is so good. Ah, that looks good. And then you got a little cherry at the bottom to eat. You know, just don't eat the worm. Well, while dinner's cooking, I'm going to take my drink and go to the computer and I'm going to price check everything that's on the list in this book. I'm going to do it for all 3 dishes because that's the $153 a plate is including all 3 dishes. So let me go tally this up and I'll bring you back. All right, let's give it a check. It was done at the 30 minutes and it was scorching a little bit on the bottom, so I am glad I checked it at the 30-minute mark. And then I rinsed out the tomato can with just probably like a 1/4 cup of water, and I threw that in there and helped scrape up the bottom a bit. And she's done. So let's give her a taste. Looks pretty good. Damn it. Pretty good. I do think it needs more salt, but that is really good. Super simple, right? I'd eat this. And that's everyday pantry ingredients, right? I don't think there's anything unique in that. You could always add a real onion instead of the diced onion if you want. Man, I'm gonna keep eating. And the green beans aren't too mushy. I'd call this a winner. Thanks, Taste of Home. All right, I did my math test. Let's talk about these numbers. So this meal is for 4 people. It's a serving of, so everything that I added up, I'm going to divide by 4 for 4 servings. And the total price in the book from 2006 for 4 servings of this whole meal is $1.53 a plate, so a serving. Now, I went to the Walmart website and looked up the cost, just the Walmart brand of everything in here, and if it was like 2 cups of sugar and 4 cups of flour, I kind of guesstimated a little bit there. And also, I think the eggs are wrong on their website, because right now it has eggs, blue hands. Right now it has eggs at, it was like $1.83 a dozen, and I feel like they're more than that right now, but I went by that price because that's what it told me. So, anyway. So the ultimate cost, $1.53 a plate, and after adding everything up, it was $3.34 a plate, which is an increase of $1.81 a plate in 17 years. It's been 17 years since I graduated high school. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, so the most expensive thing was the ground beef for $3.76 a pound, and that was for one of the ground beef logs at Walmart. And then the heavy whipping cream was $1.50 for half of a pint that they use in the ice cream. So other than that, it had a can of green beans, $1.08. That seems pretty high for a can of green beans. I'm thinking like 50 cents and stuff. So that's the totals that I got. That is quite an increase. It's kind of fun to do that. That whole book has all sections of budget meals like that where you make all 3 items and it tells you how much it costs per plate, which is kind of cool. So we have our Limeade and our dinner made. Thank you for the food bank for giving me an extra haul this week. I really appreciate it. I'm putting all of those things to good use. Thank you guys for your love and support and for watching me, and I'll catch you next time on Mama Beards.